Hi.
My
name
is
Hi.
D.
And
Celine.
You
Welcome.
literally came up with the script. Welcome to
In Shadows.
In
In the Shadows.
Part 2.
Part 2. We're back with a part 2, y'all.
Amazing.
That
Okay.
was such a fun moment.
Love it. I see no flaws.
Okay, yeah. We're human. We're gonna keep rolling with it. But so today's topic, what is our topic today? Lessons learned, right?
Yes.
Or did
I actually came up with a list. I wrote it in my journal.
Really?
Lessons we learned in the past 30 days.
Yes. Yes, we have.
Yes.
Yes.
Do you have a list? My list is like 3 things.
Why is mine 3 things too?
Really?
Yeah. It's like overall arching.
Yeah, okay. Because I was like, when you told me to write a list of all the things I learned in the past 30 days, I thought I was going to write like 30 things. And I was actually, like, just learn 3 things.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe 4.
Love that.
So.
Sorry, guys. It's like, if we look sweaty, it's because we are.
Yeah. The natural glow.
The natural glow of life.
Yeah. God's highlighter.
Okay, do you want to go or?
We can do back and forth.
Okay.
Just do what I want. Okay. Did you memorize yours?
No.
Okay.
I'm just like, I was just reflecting on everything that I was like going through, and I was just like, this is like, I'm doing like overarching theme.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also love how our knees are touching right now. The connection.
How intimate. What an
Intimate
moment. We're gonna be touching you guys too spiritually from the other side.
Word. Okay.
Word.
Let's do it.
Okay, you wanna go first?
Okay, wait. Let me. Mine is on here. Okay. Okay, the first thing that I learned over the past 30 days is when it comes to forming sustainable habits, consistency over intensity.
Oh, that's a nice one.
Yeah. Because I don't know if I ever told you this, but I've been kind of like I've been kind of like putting myself in like a 30-day self-care boot camp. So basically it's like every single day I have to do one thing for my body, one thing for my mind, one thing for my soul, and one thing for my spirit every day. And it can be something small, but every day it's like one of those things. And so it's like being consistent with those things, even if it's like the smallest little thing, over like intensity. Like it doesn't have to like, you don't have to go hard every single day, but it makes all the difference.
What are some things that you've been doing?
Okay, so like for my body, it's been like movement. So I've been like working out, exercising,
yoga,
or just yoga, walking, just movement, like dance. Also, big purr.
Bro, tell me why I've been dancing too, bro.
It's good.
Yeah,
it's I don't know. There's like, I get why people like dance.
Oh, 100%.
I don't think I'm good at it, but it's like definitely super fun.
Honestly, like who cares if you're like good at it? It's like you're moving super.
Just living for you.
Yeah.
Like 100%.
Bro, oh my gosh. Not to like interrupt, but can I tell you, I've been like chair dancing. Like
love?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just like, holy shit, this is low key it
like
is
in
a workout.
Class?
No, like
or just around the house.
Right here, right on this floor.
Just
with the chair. Yeah, I've been doing that.
Amazing. Heck yeah, good for you. I love that. Yeah. So that's like for the body. For the mind, it's like learning something. So either like reading a book or like reading an article about something I don't know, or like learning a new word, just like doing like second language stuff, like just learning and just keeping the mind agile. And then for the soul, it's like stuff that makes my soul happy, and I have like such an artist soul.
Yes,
so
you
like
do.
Either visual art or writing or music or like embroidery, like just creating of any kind for the soul. And then for the spirit, it's meditation or journaling.
Honestly, creation, like super underrated. Like, yeah.
said God on day 1 of 7.
Right. Day 1 of 6, because on the 7th day he rested.
You're right.
But honestly,
yeah,
I think I need to start. I think I need to start doing that.
It's really nice, like, genuinely.
I think it's just like I'm just such an intense person where it's like, if I'm working the whole day, and if I'm not, I'm taking like the day off. Like,
like, you know what? Nothing.
Yes.
Kind of vibes.
Maybe I should not be doing that, but I don't know. Whatever floats, whatever one's boat.
If it works for you, I mean, honestly, it's worth it to take like a lot of tiny breaks, as opposed to like one giant break. It just makes more sense for me because it's like it's more balanced. You're
so right. And I think that's why I be freaking burning out all the time.
Exactly.
It's because I'm working so,
Like,
smart.
Yeah. Like, balance every day as opposed to, like, balancing, like, over, like, a month.
Yeah. Mean? That is so smart.
So, yeah. That's my one thing.
Okay. I guess my one thing. I don't know if I said this in the previous video, but, like, a lot of this happened during, like, when we went to go confession at the church, and basically, like
2 days ago?
I think it was just like, oh, hello, like a reminder, but it was just like, I was just telling, like, the priest, I was like, you know, I'm just feeling, like, very fearful, and, like, I don't know, like, what's gonna happen, just, like, with everything that's going on, you know what I mean? And then, you know, he was just saying, you know what, like, it means you have, like, lack of, like, trust, and like lack of, like, letting go, and just, like, going with the flow. And it's just because, like, you know, like, within this world, it's super tough. It's like half of the side let it go, you know, but then half the side's like control, you know. And it's like, it's such conflicting messages. But when he said, like, you know what, like, self-doubt, that's like the enemy trying to, like, maneuver your, you know, all it takes is like a seed of doubt to, like, for it to grow into, like, a full grown on fear. And like, when you said, like, you know, move from a place of love, not from a place of fear, I don't know, that's just been like a theme, is to, like, not be afraid, you know. Like, why not like understand, or like, why not just, like, try and not be fearful? But it's super hard, because I think it's just been, like, you know, growing up, it's just, like, very fearful, you know what I mean? And, like, I've just always come from a place of fear, and, like, everything I've done, I don't know, it's just been realizing, like, everything I've done is from, like, a place of fear. Like, even with, like, all my accomplishments, it's like doing all of these things, it's like a fear of, like, being forgotten, and a fear of, like, you know, I have to make sure, like, I'm worthy enough, you know,
like, you're making decisions based on fear.
It's like making sure, like, not worthy enough, but, like, wait, what's, like, I'm important enough to, like, being cared for, I think, you know, I don't know if it's, like, that's the correct terminology, but it's making sure, like, I'm, like, on my shit, so I'm, like, worthy enough to, like
that you have a value.
Yes.
That's
so it's like, I've just been stemming a lot of, like, I don't know, a lot of the things I've been just doing, it comes from, like, a place of fear, and it's like, but why don't I train my mind to come from, like, a place of abundance and of love. I don't know how to do it, you know, like, it's still a work in progress, y'all. Like, I don't know, it's just like, realizing this, it's like, a lot of the times, I do these things because I'm fearful, and I don't want to do that, because, like, okay, it seems nice, like, on, like, the outside, while on the inside, it's like, ooh, it's, like, shaking all the time. So it's just like, okay, how do I come from, like, a place of love, and not from a place of fear? And, like, what the priest said is, like, more prayer, and, like, you know, like, with everything that you start and you finish, it's like, it comes with, like, prayer. And I'm just like, you know, is it really that simple? You know, like, you know me, I like to, like, make things more complicated than it already has to be. So I think I'm just, like, doubting that. But yeah, I think it's just like coming more from a place of like love rather than fear. Yeah, that's one thing I've learned.
And the thing with fear too is that it kind of like feeds on itself.
Oh.
So it's like if you tell yourself like, oh, I'll like, if I do this one thing, then I can stop being afraid. It's like your brain is gonna find something else to fear and something else to latch on.
Yeah.
And then it becomes like a cycle, and then you just get like really tired of it.
Yes, and like, I hate that. Like, I hate coming from a place of fear. I hate being fearful of like, you know, and like I was watching a video saying like, oh, like fear of the unknown is like the first thing, like it's like that was just ingrained with us like evolutionary times, because we don't know what's gonna happen. Of course we're gonna be fearful, but now it's like, okay, why don't like I hack that, you know, evolutionary thing of being fearful of the unknown, but look at it in a different light. Maybe something good will happen from it. I don't know, but
exactly.
Yeah.
Like having an abundance mindset as opposed to a scarcity mindset.
Yes.
Which I feel like is hard because a lot of people like grow up with like a scarcity mindset, like just in their family and like in their household. It's always like, especially for like immigrant kids or like kids of like immigrant parents, it's like you grow up thinking like, oh, like
there's never enough.
Yeah, there's never enough. You always have to be like hustling every day to like get the things that you want or need. And then when you grow up and you have the things, like you do have your basic needs and stuff, and you don't have to be like running from fear all the time. It's like, whoa.
But you're still on it because it's just like ingrained in you.
Yeah, it's like mind blown.
But yeah, so abundance over fear.
Love that. Cute.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, my next one is kind of simple. It's that joy, like truly lasting joy, doesn't come from any person, circumstance, or thing. And I feel like that's something that we know. It's like one of those things that like everyone knows, but like you don't like know unless you like learn it the hard way, you know what I mean? And so yeah, I've just been like thinking about that and like learning that like if I want to be like truly joyful, like not just happy but joyful, like I have to do that inside of me. You know what I mean? And it's like seeking out like other people or a different like circumstance or different situation or whatever, or like any material things, like it's not gonna fill whatever I'm looking for, you know what I mean?
Would you like say being joyful is just being present, like with whatever okay, being joyful is being grateful for wherever you are at now. Would you say that is being joyful?
I definitely think that's part of it. I think there's definitely like a relationship between being present and being joyful. And also like gratitude is part of it too, but it's like I feel like just my whole life I've been kind of like, oh, like once I like achieve this, then I'll be happy, or like once like like X, Y, and Z relationships are fixed, then I'll be happy, you know what I mean? And it's like, it's kind of like the fear thing. It's like once you achieve that, your brain is gonna find something else to want, or something else to fear. So it's like chasing that is futile. And if
I think it just goes back to like that saying where it's like, enjoy the journey, don't just look forward to at the end, because then like you're never gonna like understand or like really appreciate it, because then you're just gonna be looking for more, and it's just gonna be becoming like a hedonistic cycle.
And I forget where I read this, but I think it was in like one of the books I was reading, but it was about like being mindful and how like being present is being mindful. And it's like if you really think about it, like in this exact moment, you're okay.
Oh, what?
You know what I mean? Like you're not like, if you feel like anxious or like unhappy or whatever because you don't have like this or that or whatever, like maybe that's the case, but if you think about it like right here in this moment, like you're chilling. You know what I mean? Like you're fine. And this one moment where you're fine and you're okay is like, that's really all we have. Like, the future is just a concept, the past is just a concept, and the only thing we really have is like this moment right now.
Yeah.
And in this moment right now, chances are, like, unless like something like really like extreme is happening, like, you're probably okay. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Like, honestly, it's like, you know, let's just reflect on this moment where it's just like we're just chilling, sitting in the house, and like talking. Like, this is such a joyful moment right now. Yeah.
Hand hugs.
Hand hugs.
Love it.
She says I give good handshakes.
You do. It's very like affirming.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's like
yeah.
It's like I'm hugging you, but only through a hand.
Love that.
Yeah.
Love a boundary. Okay.
Okay.
Your turn. Your second one.
Yeah, my second one. I think it has to do a lot with like being patient and being like humble, just because like I don't know, I think to learning something, and like I've just been, you know, been put into positions where I'm always like teaching, and like where I'm always like learning, and like I seen this thing where like Beyonce says like, you know, no one likes to rehearse because it's such a humbling experience, because you're not the master of like knowing it, and like you're gonna fail and you're gonna mistake, which is why a lot of people don't really like rehearse. And I was just like taking that in, and I was like, whoa, that's so freaking crazy. And it's like the amount of like patience and like humblingness I had to like go through with like my new job. And it's like I'm always like I'm teaching other people, and like and they're teaching me, and it's such like a humbling and patient skills, because to teach you need to be very patient. Like extremely patient, like, and to make sure you're not like being angry. It's like, why aren't you getting it so fast? No, it takes an extreme amount of patience and like humbleness to like teach and to learn, like learn for yourself. So I think that was just like the biggest thing ever. And like I think like that's also too, it's like being afraid. Like it also stems back with me being afraid because I don't want to look like a fool. And but it's just like, what if I just take a chance on myself and like just like do the damn thing, like with everything, and I'm gonna look stupid, and I'm gonna have like, or I don't want to say stupid, but I'm gonna like make mistakes and mess up, and that's like fine. And like just realizing that that's part of the process. So I think that's just like been such like a humbling experience. And like recently for like work, I had to like send out an email like apologizing for like mishaps to like a parent, and I was just like, this is such like a humbling experience. It's like saying sorry, and like, you know, having to like, you know, I don't know if that parent is gonna like lash out on me, but it's still like such like a humbling experience.
Was it something that you were responsible for?
It was just like a lack of communication, and like such like lack of cohesiveness of what I was supposed to do, which like in turn I didn't get the correct information out on time for the parents. So it's just like, damn, you know, like that is on me. Like, and I apologize for it. And it was just like, it's still so humbling, and it's still like, it requires a lot of patience for others, for yourself, and like a lot of like, you know, humbleness that you're gonna be like receiving and like feeling, if you know what I mean. So like, yeah, patience and like being humble, like two things. So yeah,
that's true, especially in like the types of work that you do. Hold on, I have to sneeze.
Yeah, go ahead. Bless you. Bless you.
Thank you. Welcome. The types of work that you do, I mean, just in general, both of us like the type of work that we're, like, you know what I mean? Yes. Like the type of work that we're both like drawn to is very like people oriented. Yeah. Like a lot of like kids and youth oriented. Yeah. Like lots of like teaching and like interacting with people and like meeting them where they are.
Yes.
So like
big perk.
I'm not shocked that is a lesson that you learn, because it's like it comes with the territory, you know what I mean? Like you're gonna learn that stuff if you're in that line of work.
But it's still so humbling, because like, I don't know, for like teaching for like probably over a decade, you know, it's just like, it's still super humbling to experience that. You know, it's like, whoa, okay, got it.
Like, we don't know anything.
Yeah, we really don't.
We're still learning things.
Yeah. Exactly.
And we're probably still going to be learning things.
Oh, 100%. So, yeah, that's...
Wow.
That's another thing. No, your last thing.
Okay.
I'm praying this is still recording.
Should we check?
Yes.
It is.
Okay, cool.
Bless. Okay, my last thing is that even though your life doesn't look like you thought it would, doesn't mean it's not worth enjoying. And that there is like magic in the day-to-day of things, you know what I mean? And it's kind of like along the lines of like romanticizing your life, and like how that's like a trend lately, but like genuinely I think there is merit to that, because like if you think about it, like 90% of your life is not gonna be a special day. Like probably only 10% of your life.
Oh my gosh, I've heard of that.
Yeah.
Thing. Yeah.
It's like,
I've heard of that
like
thing.
Special days, like your birthday or like graduation or like
it's like 10. Yeah,
milestone,
it's only 10%.
Like,
yeah.
If that, like probably less, like maybe 5% if you like live a long time. So like these big like happy special days are like not a lot of your life, and the majority of your life is just gonna be like normal days, like you just live in. And so if you can't find like the magic in that, then it's gonna be really hard to like get through life, because like spoiler alert, it's gonna be what it is for like 90% of the time. And just like finding just like pockets of joy and like pockets of like
100%.
I heard the term casual magic. It's like,
that's cute.
Isn't it cute?
That's so cute.
Just like magic and just casual things. You know? And I think that like I said, it's like consistency over intensity. So like every day doesn't have to be amazing, but if you can find like one little thing every day that is magical to you, then that's, you know, consistency, and that it's like a habit that you build, and it's easier for you to find those like little bits of magic and bits of joy in the future if you keep doing it and doing it and doing it.
Bro, I tell you, it's like everything is in the little things, you know? Like,
yes, that's why I got you that sticker.
I know.
I have the same sticker. I bought one for me too.
Really? Right on.
Same one.
I think, okay, like if you want, like this is like a romance movie, but it's called The Magic of Ordinary Days, and it's like super old, and it's just like so beautiful, and it's so charming. Like, you should. The magic of Ordinary Days. It's like a love story, but the meaning behind it is like amazing. And like, you know, like I'd be saying like God is in like the small things, you know? Like, I don't know. With like, for me it's like whenever
it's only on Pluto?
Huh?
What is Pluto TV?
I don't know.
Oh. I'll find it somewhere.
That's the magic for it.
It looks cute.
Yes,
okay, sorry.
It's so
Continue.
cute. I think like I'd be saying like, you know, the God is in like the little things, cause like
you've been saying that.
I've been saying that.
I've
been saying that, and I think it's just like, you know, I guess I'm gonna touch onto religion on this. It's like we always see like God as in like a big thing. Yeah. But it's like, why don't we see it in like the little things? Like, you know, it's like God is like within you and me, or like in the flowers and the trees, you know?
That kind of reminds me of like our like generation got confirmed when we were like older, like teenagers and stuff. Right. And I feel like, at least for me, like when a bunch of like my friends and stuff were getting confirmed, they would be like, oh my gosh, like at my confirmation, like I felt God, like I felt like his presence, and like like maybe like genuinely you do, because it's like a big like ceremony, and it's like everyone is there, and you're all just like vibes.
Feeding off of each other's energies, right?
Yeah, but it's like the true test of your relationship with God is like whether you can feel him like all alone on a normal, ordinary day when like nothing is going on. It's like, is he there even then? Yeah. You know what I mean? And that's like kind of...
Or do you believe he is there? Do you?
Yeah. And that's like kind of like what my thing is about like finding joy and magic in the little things.
Bro, love that. Oh my gosh.
And the sun just like came on me right
I
now.
know. It was like, that is confirmation of what we were saying.
I love it. I miss the sun so much.
Oh my gosh. It's like beaming on you though. Are you okay?
No, I love it.
Okay, cool.
I love it so much. I was in Seattle.
Oh, yeah.
Ain't no sun.
Yeah.
I miss the sun so much.
Yeah.
So much. I'm good. Continue.
Do I go on to my third?
Yeah, I'm done.
I think like I think that was like a beautiful bridgeway of like, this is nothing I like learned, but it's like I'm kind of yearning for. It is that like quiet moment with God, and I think that's why. Okay, I'm low-key taking a sabbatical from everyone. I'm ghosting it. I told you. Yeah. After this, I'm kind of ghosting everyone.
A people cleanse.
Yeah. It's just like, again, this is something I'm not learning, but something
sabbatical.
A social sabbatical. Yeah.
That sounds better than people cleanse.
Yeah. I'm taking a social sabbatical, and like.
For how many days again?
60. So till May.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's just like, for me, like, the reason like why I wanted to like take it, it was just like, for a month I've just been like, what if I just like don't talk to no one, you know? Like, what do I want to get out of? And like, I think like for myself, it's just like really grinding hard on what I want to achieve with like my habits, and like I don't want to like focus. It's not like I'm not gonna focus on anyone, but I'm not gonna focus on like anything extra that I need to do besides like work, school, volunteering, and like that's really all I'm gonna be focusing on plus my and my health, like trying to like figure that thing out. So it's just like I've just been thinking of this for like a month, like a good solid month. It's just like, why don't you just like stay quiet for a month and just like, you know, focus on yourself. And like another thing too, it is to like really test my relationship with God, like how much I can depend on God, like on the universe, like just me and the universe, me and God, just like being two best buddies for 60 days. Because like I think back then, of course, I needed people, just like with everything I was going through, you know, like I needed the support of the community. But now I'm just like, how, like, I wonder what's gonna be like with just the support of myself and my relationship with like God, the universe, Allah, Yahweh, you know, whatever you want to say, the great I am, you know. So it's just like why not take this another step? And like I really wanted to like be alone for my birthday, and like which is like coming up in like less than 3 weeks, 2-3 weeks. So it's just like stepping into like a new year for myself, like, or not a new year, but a new like stage, just really reflecting and just like figuring it out.
I get that.
Yeah.
I definitely understand like the need or the want to be alone in order to like figure stuff out and just like kind of just be away from all of that external noise. Yeah. Because like as much as like we need to have a support system, there are times when it can become noise after a while, and it's like not really serving us. And so sometimes you just need to like take a step back and like reevaluate just who you are outside of the influences of other people, which totally get that. So like my question for you is like, what are you hoping to get out of it? Like what would be like the dream after 60 days? Like what would you hope for yourself?
Oh, what would I hope for myself
after that sabbatical?
I would say just like being stronger with myself and with my habits that I want to change. It's like
stronger in what way?
So stronger, or should I say stronger, or more disciplined in every aspect of my life. Okay. With like being the ability to like work and like being disciplined with my health, like cooking and like creating like recipes and meals for myself that I'm able to like do, and just like really just like honestly try to like just be alone you know, like I think I'm finally like at that point in my life where it's like I just need just like a little, not, how would I say this, just like a little like moment away. And like I just think I've just been so like influenced, like I'm constantly watching YouTube, bro, like constantly, and it's just like that's just a lot of noise, and like a lot of noise I hear from like other people, which is like cool, but it's not something like I want to do, you know what I mean? So it's just like taking a step back and like, yeah, I think it's just majority of being disciplined and like know when to take care of myself, because like I'm always talking about work, but another thing too is to really take care of myself with whether it would be like reading or like nourishing my body through like my cooking, and just like learning more about like who I am with no one around, you know, because like the person you truly are is when you're around nobody, like that's who you really are, like we have this like, you know, facade. Like yes, which is like normal for everyone, like, but it's just like who am I really, you know, with no one around me, you know? So yeah, I get that.
I've definitely like had periods like that where I just like withdraw from people and like figure stuff out. And it's like genuinely it's helpful. Like, you know, I definitely see the value in it. Did I ever tell you like for a hot second, like 2 years ago, I genuinely was like considering like what it would take to become like one of those nuns who are sworn to silence. Oh, like to take the vows.
You never told me that. Damn.
I think I just told like one person that, but like it was that point where I was kind of like having like the same thoughts. I was like, honestly, like I just don't want to talk anymore. Like like honestly, like I looked up like, because there are like nuns and like monks and stuff who take like vows of silence for like religious reasons or like reflective reasons or whatever it is. And I looked up, and I think the record right now is like there's a Polish nun who has been like 16 years silent. She's like old now, but she's been like 16 years no talking. But her like writing is like insane. Like people say her writing is like
that's so crazy,
powerful. Like her words on paper are so powerful, and it's maybe because she hasn't been like using her like voice that her like words are so powerful. But I don't know, I just like for a second 2 years ago I was like, a vow of silence, like I could do it,
bro. Tell me why
I could do it.
Tell me why, like I've been wanting to like be silent for like I've been wanting to try to be silent for like a day, like just to like try to see how.
Have you never been silent for a day?
No, because
really?
people be freaking talking to me. Yeah.
Wow. I feel like I'd be silent for days like a lot. Like I'll get to the end of the day and I'm like, wow, I haven't opened my mouth today. Have you like never?
I've never been in that position, just because like I think I'm always talking to people.
Yeah.
And like, bro, I would love that. Like I don't know. This is also kind of getting me into like I really want to work on my writing more. I don't know. Like the way to like
have a voice.
Yes.
Yeah. Definitely. For sure. You should try like a day, like a weekend or something where you're like not working and not teaching and don't have school. Like you don't have to talk to anyone for work.
Right.
And just like try it.
I think I should. I should have done it over spring break, but whatever.
It's okay. This is your no time like the present.
Right. Through dinner, I'm not talking to you now.
Just silence.
I'm not talking to you.
Silence for the rest of the night.
Right.
But yeah, I feel like honestly, like. It makes sense that you like would crave being silent, especially in a time where you like. I think
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yes.
Especially because you're really wanting to like listen, you know, and the best way to listen is to be silent.
Yeah.
And so if you want to listen to like your intuition or to God or like to the divine or whatever, it's like you need to learn how to like quiet yourself first so you can let that stuff speak to you.
May I ask you a question?
You may.
Are you afraid of like silence?
No.
Oh.
Absolutely not. I am not.
Oh no.
I could live without music. Like, actually.
Ooh.
I'm really okay with silence. I love silence.
Like, maybe I think I just need to train more.
Are you afraid of silence because you're afraid to be with your own thoughts?
Yeah, because, like, my thoughts be running. You know? Like, it's just, like, she can get scary up in here. She can get scary.
You should, okay. Maybe, if this is too long, you can cut this out.
No, this is not. We're gonna put all the goods in the beds.
We're gonna get into some stuff here. But, like, okay, so, like, the thing with, like, running thoughts when it's, like, silent, it happens to, like, everyone.
Yeah.
Like, it happens to me a lot, especially with, like, the internet. Like, our brains are, like, the attention span is tiny.
Yep.
Like, I found that one thing that really helps is, so a lot of religions have a type of, like, meditation that's, like, repetitive, and that repetition, like, for example, in Catholicism, it's like the rosary.
Right.
So it's like the same thing over and over and over again. Right. And then in, like, Hinduism and Buddhism, it's japa meditation, where it's like that necklace that has, like, the tassel at the end.
Oh, yes. It's
basically a rosary for their religion. And
oh, wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it works the same. So every bead is like
I've seen them carrying,
Yeah, every bead is like a thing, like how in the rosary, every bead is like a thing, and they use it to keep track. But it's basically the same, like, idea is, like, the repetition is supposed to, like, occupy your thinking mind, so that it allows, like, your subconscious mind to, like, come to the surface. You know what I mean? It's
giving affirmations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can be an affirmation, like, the thing that you are repeating over and over again can be an affirmation, but, like, the idea of it is that, like, if you give, like, your emotional thinking mind something to do, then it
something to focus on.
Yeah, something to focus on. It frees up, like, the subconscious part of you to, like, be more open to, you know.
Bro, tell me why does that remind me of, like, basically, like, the left hemisphere and the right hemisphere. It's like one side is technically the energy side, like, spiritual side, like, flowing, like, you know, just energy, right? Which is, and they say the analogy of that's water. Mm-hmm. And, like, the right side, or, like, the structure, mathematical type of side, is, like, the channel which the river flows through. And, like, if you're able to channel that energy, like, they say you can do anything.
Yeah. As a psych major, I don't think it's left and right hemisphere.
Oh, no, you know what I mean.
Yeah, I understand. Like, I think it's more so, like, because you know how, like, this part of your brain, like, the back part, is, like, you're more, like, primal animal. Yeah. I don't say animal, but, like, you're more, like,
your cerebral cortex
your, like, evolution
yeah.
brain, and then your prefrontal cortex is, like, our developed, like, human brain that we use to, like, think about, like, how much battery is left in our phone and stuff like that, you know what I mean? And it's like, once you, like, occupy that, it kind of just, like, shushes that for a minute because it's thinking about this one thing, and then the actual, like, parts of your brain that have to do with, like, our instincts and our intuition, and, like, if you believe in that stuff, like, are opened, like, to, you know, the divine, and, like, opens, like, the gate for that kind of stuff to, like, come in and, like, influence you, or, you know what I mean? It's like that. So all this to say, don't be afraid of being alone with your thoughts. Meditation definitely helps, and especially, like, meditation with, like, that is repetitive has a lot to do with, like, discipline. And it might be up your street.
I definitely, like, gotta get on that discipline game. And which is something I'm hoping I'm definitely going to be accomplishing within the 60 days of my people sabbatical.
Yes.
As much as I can, because I'm talking to people all the time. But But
it's like, I think, honestly, even though you're still, like, working and going to school, like, taking a sabbatical from, like, the extra stuff, like, you'll be surprised, like, the energy that you put towards other things. You know what I mean? Like, you notice it. You notice it once
I'm
it's
noticing
gone.
just a little bit, I'm noticing just a little bit, and it's like, ooh, I want to keep this going. Like,
even though, like, you're still, like, doing, like, your daily stuff, like, even if you're just, like, taking away little things here and there, you'll be surprised, like, how much energy you're actually, like, saving, because it takes energy every time you talk to someone and every time you do anything, and it's like, energy is our currency. You know what I mean?
Oh, 100%.
And so it's like
your attention is our currency.
It's like you choose to spend it where you want, and you know, I feel like it will be enlightening for you to like see like where your energy has been going these days.
I know.
You know what I mean?
And like that's the next time when we're gonna do it in the shadows
Yeah.
podcast. So in 2 months. On May something. So
that makes sense. We usually do this every 2 months.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, let's keep it. That's beautiful. Okay. Good?
Great. Okay, so comments down below, subscribe to the channel.
What did you learn in the past 30 days?
Leave it down below in the
Tell
comments.
us.
Okay.
I genuinely want to know though.
No,
like,
yeah. This is like a
dialogue.
This is like a video, a channel where it's like open conversations for knowledge and
life
discourse.
experience. Yeah.
Maybe I need to learn something that you guys know that we don't know. Right. Okay.
Also, the random thing I learned, this is my like extra fourth thing.
Love.
But like I learned that most people do not get enough omega-3s. In like
take your vitamins, people.
Specifically omegas. Because like I was doing like research into, you know how when I was telling you I was like trying to like balance my hormones and stuff naturally. Like when I was doing my research, like the amount of like omega-3s, like you do your own research on this. I'm not a doctor, but I like most people don't get it enough from like their food or even taking multivitamins. Like most people have to like supplement it with actual like fish oil or something. And like I've been like taking fish oil and like my hair so thick. Like it's been like
did you recently cut it?
No.
Okay.
But like feel this. Like the amount like
it's a thick girl. Yeah.
And like
fish oil?
It's never been like yeah, and it's like my skin is like better than it has been in like years.
Love. Okay.
I mean, do
honestly,
your own research.
Vitamins, like you cannot knock vitamins.
Yeah,
that you
honestly,
need.
I also feel like the average American, like our food system is just
sucks.
trash.
Yeah.
That like most people aren't getting the nutrients that they need. So,
yeah.
Like, anyways, that's like the extra part.
Yeah.
The extra bonus fourth thing I learned this year.
Like this video. Comment down below what have you learned in the past 30 days, what reflections, and we'll see you guys in 2 months after I take my people sabbatical. Bye.
Amazing. That felt so good.
That was so refreshing.